Today on the channel, I'm going to show you how to play the song Rock Soldiers by Ace Frehley.
Tell me about your outfits. I mean, did you design your own outfits, all of you? And
Yeah.
and tell me what each outfit means. And I'll start with you, Ace.
Well, that means a cucumber.
I think this outfit is self-explanatory. I mean, you know, this is part of a kind of a V shape. This is my utility belt, and we don't want to go any below than my waist area because that's reserved for concert payers. Yeah.
I understand that.
But,
and after it's all over, they say, this is what we paid for.
And that's why they always feel short.
I stole this from Flash Gordon, and, you know, I have my cape. Yeah.
But you're kind of like a spaceman, huh?
No, actually, I'm a plumber. On the side.
Well, listen, I got a little piece of pipe backstage I'd like to have you work on.
Tell me about it. Oh, you want it, but I like that.
You old sweet talker, you.
Yeah, man, Ace Frehley, Frehley's Comet. Ace was my very first guitar hero back in the day. I remember playing to the song Snowblind with my mom's broom, thinking the song was about a literal snowstorm in upstate New York that we were having in the late 70s. Little did I know at the age of 7 that it was really not about the blizzard outside. But anyway, Ace was my favorite Kiss member, and it's really, really sad that Ace recently passed. Upon the viewing of this, or recording of this video, it's been about a week since Ace's passing, and I wasn't going to do an Ace video or a tribute video on Ace, but I just have to, man. Ace was such an important part of my life and my playing. I got the solo record when I was around 7 and played it to death. I had to buy it like 3 times later on in life because it was so worn out. And when Frehley's Comet came out in the late 80s, I got a chance to see him open for Alice Cooper. Great show. And throughout my life, I've seen Ace play several times. Just a cool guy, and we love you, Ace. We're going to miss you, and thanks for the memories. You always made me feel good with your music and made me laugh. Your interviews and sense of humor were just amazing. So anyway, let's talk about Rock Soldiers, okay? This is a great song from Frehley's Comet, the very first song on the album. All right, so the song is in standard tuning. We're in E. All right, so the song starts off obviously with a drum tacit, a drum part. Sounds like the military, like a march beat, right? And we're gonna. This song's very meat and potatoes, but the solo is interesting. I'm gonna cover the solo and all the little intricacies of that lead. Do my best anyway. But you know, Ace did really well with these big power chords. So the first part of the song starts off. So we're going to be playing an E5 up here on the 7th and 9th frets on the A and D G strings. We're going to play a C5 down here on the 3rd and 5th. And we're going to slide from the 10th and 12th frets here, this G, down to this F sharp 5 and do this, okay? So one cool thing about Ace Frehley's music is he would hit these big power chords and you just feel the beat. That was like with Kiss in general. And then they would sing over it, and you would just feel the power of the music in these power chords with a really cool melody behind it, right? And it gives you room as a front man. If you're playing guitar and you're singing, you know, you're not doing a bunch of complicated stuff. It gives you a chance to just play some chords and sing and connect with the audience. And, you know, Ace did that well. So that's the verse part. right, and then there's this melancholy lead that Ace plays that's up in the E minor pentatonic shape. Now Ace played, you know, Ace played in a lot of different keys. The Kiss songs and Frehley's Comet stuff and Ace Frehley stuff wasn't always in E, but E was one of Ace's best keys. As guitar players, rock players, you can do a lot of cool stuff with pull-offs and things like that and harmonics, which I'm going to get to in this lesson, but he played a lot in the pentatonic box shape that many of us are familiar with. So up in E minor pentatonic, so this shape right here is where he plays this melancholy lead, and the guitar solo is a lot of it's up in this box shape here as well. So the lead I'm talking about goes like this. All right, so what I'm doing is this this typical Ace Frehley, Chuck Berry inspired lick that goes. So we're going to bend up on the 14th fret on the G string. It's like a full bend, and then 12, 12 on the B and the E. So all together it sounds like you can do double stops like that, but it goes. And then we're going to play the B string on the 15th fret, which is a D. Then we're going to repeat and go, and then play the 13th fret on the B string, and then he goes once again, and then we're going to play the 10th fret, which is an A, 10th fret on the B string. If you notice, I put some vibrato on those notes to make it sound vocal, right? You gotta, otherwise just, you gotta go, vocal quality, man. You can slide down or you can just go on that 10th fret, all right? So that's the melancholy lead that we hear that kind of calls and responses within the verse, okay? Now it also plays during the chorus. The chorus where he goes, "Rock soldiers go," he's going to hit this. It's very much like the verse, but he adds an A5 in there. So, "Rock soldiers come," then a C. "Rock soldiers go," and then A. "Some hear the drum, and some never know." So it's E, C, A. All right, so that's the chorus part. So it's very similar to the verse, and during that chorus you can hear Ace doing that right there is nice. That A on the B string matches the A5 chord in the chorus, okay? So so there's your basic verse and chorus of this song. That's pretty much it. You've got to listen to the structure of the song to, you know, it repeats itself a few times. Okay, so at the end of the chorus, there's this little tag at the very end with a really neat little lick, and he goes, "Rock soldiers, how do we know Ace is back and he told you so?" He hits this A, and then he goes. So we're going to play an A to a G. We're going to do little scrapes. So I'm going to be up here on the 12th and 14th fret on the A and the D string and the G string, and slide down to this G, and then you hit these harmonics. I don't have a whammy bar, but you can hear on the recording he goes wow, wow, wow. He hits a whammy bar. And we're going to do this lick that goes. All right, so after he goes, "Ace is back and he told you so." This lick goes. So we're going to go right. It's like unskinny bop. Everybody does this lick. It's a southern rock lick. Sometimes it sounds like Ace plays it a little bit differently throughout the record. You know, Ace was not a perfectionist. He was a feel player, and that's not a dig on Ace. That's just a compliment as to you know, what made Ace great. Ace played from the heart, and he was a feel guy, and you know, when he was on fire, it just sounded great. So he doesn't always do it technically like this. I listened throughout the whole song, and when you see him play it live, it just kind of depends on it just kind of depends on Ace. But for the most part, we're talking. They're pull-offs, so it's 4, 2, and open on the G string, the D string, and then he does the A and the E string. But the very first time, he does the G and the D string twice. Then we're going to hit this low E, all right? I'm not going to hit this major third. I'm just hitting E's and B's. Then I'm going to go B, D, E, like that, okay? So one more time, Ace is back, and we told you so. He does these harmonics. So on the D, G, and the B string on the 12th fret, then the G, B, E string, like that. Cool. Awesome. Now there's a bridge before the guitar solo, and it goes. Calling rock soldiers. You rock soldiers. Calling rock soldiers. Hard rock soldiers. We're going to go up to the B, which is the dominant 5 chord of E. All right, so he's going basically A, G, E. You can do it like that, but I'm going to go. So I'm playing the A here, which is the 2nd fret on the D and the G string. Open, E. You can play the E up here. 2 guitar players in the band. So one guy should cover up here. One guy should cover down here. All right. Repeat that 4 times, I believe. Then it goes to a B5. Then the drums take over and do the march, like the military march. And then it's going to go into this chaotic solo, this Ace Frehley solo that's really cool. So let's take a look at that guitar solo. Okay, so the guitar solo starts off on the upbeat of 1. Ace counts off 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. You can hear him doing the military march, which is kind of cool with the drum tacit that's playing before the guitar solo. But he's up here in the pentatonic minor scale in E minor. And the first part of that solo is kind of a double stop thing where he's on the 12th fret on the G and the B. It's kind of like that. We're going to bend the 15th fret up on the B string, a full step, and put some vibrato on it. Then there's this run that's no dig on Ace. It's a little sloppy. He was a feel guy, but it sounds like he's going like. So up to speed. No dig on Ace. He was a feel guy. He was a little sloppy, but that's cool. It's all feel. So it goes. I'm doing my best with that because he was such a feel player. You kind of have to be in the moment. So when he goes slowly, he takes this 12th fret on the B string, then the 15th fret you're going to hammer on the B string, then slide down to the 14th, and then bend up half a step. So something like that. So weird, man. It's so weird. It was all feel. And then he's going to do this little thing down here. He plays E minor pentatonic, but at the nut, which is this. So you can do it down here also, but he's going to go like... So what I'm doing is pulling off 5-3-0, 5-3 open on the B, then 3-2 open on the G string. And you're going to bend the second fret up on the G string and release. Put a pinch harmonic if you want. Then there's these really cool bends, and the bends go like this. So one way to think of this is the third fret on the B string. It goes 3, 5, 8, 7, 8, 10, 8, 10, 12. So if you remember that as your root note, the next finger, the ring finger, is going to be 2 frets up on the G string. You're going to unison bend together like this. So slowly it goes. So the very end of the solo, we're going to be up here in the E minor pentatonic position, and we're going to be doing this unison bend and hit this 15th fret on the B string with our pinky. Then bend that 14th fret again up 1 full step on the G string, and then go. We're going to pull off 15-12 on the B like that and bend that 14th fret up. So we're going to come out of Alright, then it goes. So we're going to end that solo with a pull off 15-12 on the B, and then bend up the 15th fret on the high E string. And we're going to release like this. Then, so you got to get that feel down. So it's going to go. So that is. Now we're on the 17th fret, a full step bend. Bend that 3 times. And then we're going to jump way up here on the 22nd fret. These are so hard, we're going to bend this a full step up to an E. And put vibrato on the end of it. So this D, bend it up to an E. So the very end of that solo is. Totally Ace Frehley, man. Played from the heart, maybe a little sloppy, but man, the feel and the attitude make up for it, and that's why we love it so much. Anyway, the rest of the song is pretty much just what we went over in the beginning of the lesson. I hope this was helpful. Hope this gives you some insight on Rock Soldiers by Frehley's Comet and Ace Frehley that maybe you hadn't learned, and maybe you picked up some tips on some solo patterns and some techniques that you can bring into your own music. If you like this kind of content, I try to do 2 lessons a week, sometimes more. I do gear reviews and all kinds of random fun stuff that just pops into my mind on the channel. Appreciate you watching. Please like, subscribe, comment below, and as always, have a great day. Peace out.